Hi everyone, Sally here from Minerva. I hope you're all well and you're having a good day. I'm really excited to be here today to share with you my top 10 style art pattern picks. So if you've not heard of style art before, they have loads and loads of patterns available. I really like that their styles are often very on trend. They have a really good kind of range of mix and match items as well. So they're a really good pattern brand for putting together a whole outfit, and they're really size inclusive as well. So I've managed to select 10 out of the lots of different patterns that there are available from Style Art, and I hope that you'll like what I've chosen today. So as always, just to remind you that everything I'm talking about today, all of the patterns and fabrics can be saved to your own Minerva profile. You just need to click the little save icon underneath the pattern or fabric listing, and that will save it directly to your Minerva profile so that you can revisit it at a later date. If you've not already set up your own Minerva profile, we'd love you to do so. It's a really good way to get involved in the Minerva community. You can share your own makes, you can save other makes, other patterns, other fabrics, and loads of inspiration so that you always have your next project lined up and ready to go. Once you've set up your Minerva profile as well, you'll also be given a discount code that you can use on anything on the Minerva website too. Don't forget that you can also join the Minerva Craft Club, where you'll be eligible for a 10% discount over a 12-month period once you've signed up, and that's always a great way to save money too. So with all that said, let's get on to the style art patterns. So as I mentioned, style art patterns, they're really size inclusive. They range from a size 4 up to a size 36. So the first style art pattern I have to share with you is the Bonnie skirt, and I picked this one because I thought it was a lovely classic skirt pattern. So as you can see, this is a button down midi skirt. It has a flat front seam and an elasticated back, so it's really lovely to make because it's quite nice and easy to fit, and it's really comfy to wear too because of the elasticated back. There are also optional inseam pockets, and pockets are always great to have, aren't they? There are some really pretty gathers to the front and back, and with this one I think you can make it as long or as short as you like. You could quite easily lengthen this one to make it maxi length, or you could also shorten it as well to have a mini skirt for the summer months or to wear with tights and boots in the winter. And this skirt is designed to be made from a woven fabric. I think with this skirt, because it has such a lovely classic shape, depending on the fabric you use, you get a different look each time. So you could keep it really classic and make it from a chambray or a linen in a solid colour, or you could go really summery and have a really lovely floral print like the one I'm about to show you now. So the fabric I picked to pair with this skirt pattern is this lion linen viscose, and this is really lovely. It's 140 centimetres wide, and the composition of this is 55% linen and 45% viscose. So there is some lovely crisp linen in here, but because of the viscose content, it has a lovely drape to it, which you can probably see as I'm holding it here. So I think this would be perfect for this type of skirt. The linen would keep you lovely and cool in the summertime. I love this print. It's really kind of tropical and really summery, and I think it would be perfect to wear in the warmer months. I think it would be really nice to work with as well because the linen content gives that kind of structure, and it would press really nicely. It would work well with your button band as well, so I really love this fabric. The next pattern I have to share with you is the derby pants, and I picked this one because I thought they were just a lovely pair of trousers, so easy to wear, so comfy, and really nice and easy to make as well. So with these, I think there are just so many different ways to make them and to wear them. You could lengthen them and have them full length, you could shorten them and have a pair of shorts. I think it's just a really good versatile pants pattern to have in your pattern collection, because there are just so many different ways that you can make it. So you could go really classic, you could have a lovely summery pair of linen pants that are really lovely and casual and cool to wear in the summertime, or you could make them with a more structured fabric and wear them to work or out to a more formal do or something, and I think that would work really nicely as well. I think these trousers would be a great beginner pattern as well because there isn't too much fitting in them. There's an elasticated waist, so you don't have any of the kind of tailoring that you might do in another pair of trousers. I think they're a really great first trouser pattern to make, or if you're a more experienced sewist, then you probably knock these up really quickly. So I've gone really classic for my fabric choice for these pants, and I've gone for this lovely Mind the Maker softened linen fabric, and the colourway that I've chosen here is dry mustard. And I picked the mustard colourway because I thought it would work really well as a pair of linen pants. I think this colour would be really nice to match with other colourways. It would go really nicely with a black or white or navy, or even something patterned on top. I think that would look really pretty too. The composition of this fabric is actually 100% linen, so it's got that really lovely crisp linen feel. But as with all Mind the Maker fabrics, you can just feel the softness and the high quality in this. It's a really, really lovely fabric. And because it's so lovely and crisp, it would be really nice to work with. It would be great to cut out. It doesn't move too much. It's quite a stable linen. And yeah, I think with this linen fabric, it would be great for the warmer months. So it would be great for a summer pair of cropped trousers. But again, you could quite easily wear these in the winter time. You could lengthen them down. And I think this colour is actually really nice for autumn, winter time as well. The next pattern that I've chosen to share with you is something a little bit different, and it's this kids pajamas pattern. So I think a kids pajama pattern, especially if you have your own kids or you have kids in your life or in your family, kids pajama pattern is a really handy one to have, because not only can you use it for making pajamas, but you can also use either the bottoms or the tops for making leggings or making t-shirts. And depending on the fabric you use, again, you can just make each garment look completely different. So in terms of sizing, the sizes range from an age 1 to an age 8, so you can make for babies and you can also make for older children as well. So as you can see from the pattern image, there are a couple of different options available to this pattern as well. So you can make the longer length leggings, which could quite easily be shortened into a pair of pyjama shorts for the summer months. But you can also make either a long sleeve top and have it like a sweatshirt style with cuffs to the arms and the hemband, or you can make it as a simple t-shirt and you don't necessarily need to have cuffs for those. You could just turn under the hems. This really is quite a versatile pattern and I think it's really cute. So I've actually got 2 different fabrics to show you for these pyjamas, and the first one I'm going to share with you is this lovely art gallery jersey fabric. So art gallery jerseys are so super soft and cozy. This one is quite a drapey knit, so it's really lovely and easy to wear. I love the print on this one. I love the pale pink colourway, and I think the butterflies are just so pretty. And it would be great for a pair of pyjamas for a little girl. And I think you could have fun with the ribbings on this one. So you could pull out some of the darker pinks in here, and you could have a contrasting ribbing for the cuffs and hem and neck bands. And I think that would be really, really pretty. So that's that one. This is 140 centimetres wide, so quite a wide jersey, that one. The next one I've picked is another really cute one. So this is just a cotton jersey, and it's blue with lots of little tiny elephants on it and lots of hearts and bubbles and things. And I think this would just suit a younger child really well. This is 150 centimetres wide, so it really is quite wide. And if you do have a small child to make for, you wouldn't necessarily need to buy too much of this fabric because it is just so wide. And again, I think you could have fun with your ribbings, and you could pull out some of the darker blues or the turquoises in there and have a lovely contrasting ribbon. I think that would look really good. Next, and back to adult patterns, I've got the Avery tunic top to share with you. So this one I picked because I just thought it was really interesting. I love the details in this otherwise kind of basic tunic top. So you can see from the pattern image that there's a lovely curved yoke to the top of this pattern. And the pattern is actually made from a combination of woven and stretch fabrics, which makes it quite interesting as well. So not only do you get the curved yoke to this top, but it also has a really lovely flattering high-low hem to it, which makes it perfect for wearing out over trousers and things. But it would also be really nice tucked in as well, and it'd be really comfy to wear. And I just think high-low hems are really flattering, and they look really pretty. So as I said, you can either make this as a combination of stretch and woven fabrics, or you can make it entirely from stretch fabric, or you can make it entirely from woven fabric, depending on which you choose. If you do make it from a woven fabric, you do obviously need to add a closure in there, and the pattern actually calls for an exposed zipper, which just adds another little detail. So that's the Avery tunic top. And the 2 fabrics I've chosen to pair with this pattern, I've gone really classic here, similar to the pattern image, and I've gone for black and cream. So I've chosen this really lovely, really soft Lady McElroy luxury viscose jersey. This is super smooth and super drapey, and it's absolutely lovely, and I think it would suit this pattern really well because I think you just need that little bit of drape to the top, and I think it would work well with a woven fabric too. This one is 140 centimeters wide, and this is the black colourway. It does come in other colours as well, so you can mix and match whatever colour you prefer. I just thought the black and cream was a really kind of clean, classic look, so that's what I've gone for today. And to pair with that lovely black viscose jersey, I've gone for a really lovely ivory crepe fabric. This is a polyester crepe. So the polyester in this does make it really quite stable, quite nice and easy to work with. This one is really lovely and smooth and silky, and I think it would pair with that lovely black luxury viscose really nicely. So I've got the ivory colourway here. It does come in other colours as well, so make sure that you do click on this fabric if you'd like to see the other colours that we have available in this one. Next, I have a really lovely loungewear robe to share with you. So this is part of Stylarc's loungewear essentials range, so there are other patterns available in this loungewear range, so do feel free to click on this pattern and pop over and see all of the other patterns available in the essentials loungewear range. This one is the robe pattern, and I picked this one because I thought it was a really lovely classic robe pattern. With this pattern you actually also get a free eye mask pattern as well, so if you want to you can also make yourself a matching eye mask. So as you can see from the pattern image, this is a really classic robe style. It's a really straight hem, it's got some lovely patch pockets on there which you can add if you want to, or you can leave them off if you prefer. It ties up at the waist, and the whole robe is actually finished with a really lovely facing which runs from the bottom hem right round over your neck and back down the other side again, and it ties up with a lovely tie belt as well. So a really kind of traditional robe style, and I really like this one. I think it would be really easy to lengthen as well, so if you prefer a full length robe you could quite easily just extend the line of the pattern down and have a full length robe if you prefer. And I love the fact again as well that depending on what fabric you use, you can go super luxury and use silk or a satin, or you could go really cozy and use a toweling or a fleece or something. The fabric I've chosen to show you, which I think would pair really nicely with this robe pattern, is this Lady McElroy crepe de chine fabric. This is 100% silk, so it really is quite luxurious, and I think it would make the perfect loungewear robe for summertime or the warmer months. I absolutely love the colours in this fabric. So it's on a navy background, and then there are some lovely pastel colours there in these big flowers. We've got some pale pink, some lovely yellow, some white and some green, and I just think this would be absolutely lovely made up into a robe. I think it would be really super soft on your skin, and it would be lovely to just put on after a swim or a shower or something, and you'd feel really luxurious. This one is 135 centimeters wide, and I think if you wanted to you could actually pick out some of the colors in here and you could make yourself a contrast binding or facing around the edge of the robe, or a contrast tie, and that would look really nice too. So that's the lovely Lady McElroy crepe de chine. It really is luxurious. The next pattern I have is the Geneve jacket. So I picked this one just because it looked so interesting and I love the style of it. So this is described as a fashion forward coat pattern. There are some really interesting details in there. So you can see from the pattern image that it has this really lovely huge cow neck. The cow neck can actually be worn up when the coat is zipped up, and that's really cozy, and you can see the cow neck detail perfectly. But if you wear it unzipped, the cow neck kind of slouches down and it gives a really lovely open feel. I love this pattern because there are lots of different lines in there, lots of really interesting details and interesting lines. So you can see from the pattern image that the hem is kind of asymmetrical with a diagonal zip. On the back of the pattern there are some really interesting lines there, so you could really have fun if you wanted to do some colour blocking. You could use different coloured fabrics or different types of fabrics and really make a very interesting jacket here. The sleeves are actually also sewn in two parts, so again great for colour blocking and using different fabrics with. I was really kind of attracted to the different kind of look and feel of this jacket. So the fabric I've chosen to pair with the Genevieve jacket is actually this lovely stretch Ponte Roma fabric. So this is on a black background and it has a really interesting abstract grey print all over it, so there is some detail to it as well, which is really quite subtle and really nice. I chose a Ponte Roma fabric because I think it would be really stable to work with. It would be really nice to sew and put together because Ponte Roma is really stable, so while you're working with those kind of interesting lines and interesting details, your fabric would be really nice to work with. This is actually quite cozy. It's a double knit, so it would be really warm to wear. It would be something really nice to kind of throw on in the evening when it gets chilly, and you'd have that lovely cozy cowl neck as well. So this one is 148 centimeters wide. It's described as a medium to heavyweight fabric, so it'd be great for a jacket, but because of the stretching there, it'd be really comfy and cozy to wear. Really great for popping over a t-shirt or something in the summertime when it gets cooler in the evenings. So from something quite difficult to something a little more easy now, I've picked the Venice Dress. I absolutely love the style of this dress. I think it's really lovely and casual and easy to wear. It would be so super comfy because there are no fastenings in there. It's quite an oversized dress. It has some really pretty tiers to the skirt. And what I really like about the lines of this dress is that it's quite a cocoon shape. So it kind of tapers in slightly at the bottom and gives a really flattering feel, I think. This dress actually also has some slip pockets in it as well. So yeah, we all love a pocket, don't we? Which is always great in a dress. And because they are slip pockets, they're quite hidden as well, so you wouldn't necessarily know that they're there. I think this is another really good one for changing up. You could make the sleeves shorter, or you could make the skirt tiers longer or shorter. So you could make a mini dress or a maxi dress if you prefer. Yeah, I think because this is made from a knit fabric, it would just be so comfy to wear in the summertime. But also you could make it in a more heavyweight jersey, like a ponte or a double knit or something, and it would be really lovely and cozy to wear in the winter time as well. So the fabric I've picked for the Venice dress is this really pretty viscose jersey. This is a lovely super drapey viscose jersey, and I thought that this would pair well with the Venice dress pattern just because of those lovely tiers. I think you get some great gather with this jersey. It's quite thin, and as I say, it's really drapey. So it would hang really nicely and really show off your gathers and your tiers well. Viscose jersey is just so comfy to wear. It really molds to your body and it hangs really nicely. So I just think if you're making the midi length version of this dress, you just get a really lovely shape there. I also love the colours in this fabric. So it's on a black background, but the colours in it really pop. There's some really vibrant coral colours in there, pinks and reds and blues, and I just think they look lovely together. And I think with this type of fabric, you can wear it in the summertime with trainers or sandals or flip-flops. But you could quite easily wear this in the wintertime as well and just pair it with tights and boots. And I think it's a really good all-rounder. So that's the Venice dress. Absolutely love that one. And on to another knit pattern. I've picked the Rose tunic top, and I absolutely love this one. I thought it had quite a retro feel to it. I really like the kind of ringer cuff detail. I love that it's a V-neck, and I love how they've styled it in the pattern images here. I think you can really play around with your different fabrics. You can mix and match to have a different fabric for your cuffs and bands and things, and I think that would look really good as well. So this t-shirt or dress has a casual raglan seam to the sleeves, and it also has a really lovely V-neck detail. You can make it as a dress, as I say, so you can lengthen it and make it as long or short as you like. As you can see from the pattern image, they've made it there as a mini dress. I would really love to see it as a maxi dress. I think that would look really lovely. As with all style art patterns, there's some really interesting lines there, so you can have some really good fun with your fabrics, and I think this would be a great one for colour blocking. I really love the style of this. I love that it's oversized and slouchy, and I think it would just make the perfect kind of summer throw-on dress that you could just wear on a holiday. You could wear it to the beach or to the pool, but likewise you could quite easily dress it up and wear it in the daytime or even in the evening as well. So the fabric, or rather the two fabrics I've chosen to pair with the Rose tunic pattern, is first of all this metallic stripe viscose jersey, and I've gone for the brown and gold. It does come in two other colourways, but I really liked the brown and gold together. I thought this was quite a 70s feel colour combination, and I really like the brown and gold together. I think the drape in this viscose fabric, it would hang really nicely, and it would be super easy and casual to wear because of the viscose jersey. It would drape really nicely and hang really nicely too. So to give a bit of contrast to this lovely metallic striped viscose jersey, I've also chosen just a brown solid viscose jersey. And I think that this brown would go great for the cuffs and the V-neck, and I think it would stand out really nicely and give that kind of ringer tee effect. And it looks really retro, I think, and quite 70s, and I really like that. So this lovely drapey viscose jersey actually comes in 38 different colours, so loads and loads of different colours available in this one, and I'll link it below so that you know which fabric to go and check out if you want to look at all the other different colours available. This is really, really lovely, soft and cosy. It's got a really great drape to it, so perfect for a lovely oversized slouchy t-shirt. Next I have another dress pattern to show you. I love this one. It's the Armadale dress. So the Armadale dress is described as a retro style fit and flare dress. It has a really lovely flat collar to it and it buttons right down and has a V-neck neckline. And I just think this is so pretty. The bodice is cut just above the natural waist, which is really nice and flattering, I think. And then the skirt just hangs really nicely below. And you can see from the pattern image that this one is made as a midi length. Again, I think it would be really easy to shorten or lengthen that, so you could have it as a mini or a maxi dress. And I just think this is a great one, again, for dressing up or dressing down. I think if you made it from quite a formal fabric, you could quite easily wear it for work or to a party or to a wedding. But I think it would look great dressed down with a pair of pumps or a pair of sandals for the summertime. And I think you could make it from a solid fabric, or you could have a really nice fun print there as well. And I think that would work really well. The fabric I've chosen to pair with the Armadale dress pattern is this really lovely Stores London Egyptian cotton lawn. This is super soft. It's 100% cotton and it's 140 centimetres wide. I really love the print on this one. I think it's really summery. Because it's 100% cotton, it would be great to work with. So you get a really nice crisp collar with this one, and again with all the buttons that you've got in that dress, I think it would be a really good one to work with in terms of the button band and the lovely lines that you've got in that dress. But also because this is a cotton lawn, it's a little bit softer than a normal cotton, so it's not quite as structured or as stiff, and it does have quite a bit of drape to it, so it would hang really nicely as well. I just love this beautiful turquoise colour. I think it's so pretty. And as a midi or a maxi dress, that would just look really stunning and show off this print really nicely. So lastly, in my Style Art pattern picks, I've picked the Logan Shacket, and I've picked this one because it's super on trend at the moment. Shackets are everywhere at the moment, and I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. I think they're just a classic outerwear garment that you can wear actually in the home, or you can wear it outside too, depending on what fabric you choose again. So the Logan Shacket is a kind of traditional style shacket. What I like about this one is it does have that lovely curved hem to it, so it looks like a proper shirt. It's really oversized. It has some lovely patch pockets to it, a really nice yoke to the back, a collar, and it buttons down right to the bottom. And it has quite a kind of utility or military style vibe to it as well, which I really like. So I actually have two different fabrics to pair with the Logan Shacket, and the first one I've gone for is this brushed plaid cotton fabric. This one's really lightweight, so I think this would give a completely different feel to, say, a heavier weight cotton fabric. You could wear this one around the house, you could wear it indoors. It would just be kind of overshirt that you could wear over t-shirts or even sweatshirts or something like that. And I really like the traditional plaid feel to this. So this is on a white background and the plaid is in black and red, which I think is really traditional, and I really like the colours in this one. This is actually 40% cotton and 60% polyester, so really good and really nice and stable to work with. Great crisp lines in this one, and it would be really nice to cut out. I am actually planning to make my own Logan Shacket, so I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this one. I think there's some really nice details in this pattern. So as an alternative to the cotton plaid that I've just shown you, I also have this really lovely stretched boucle coating fabric, and I think this would make up as a really lovely outerwear Logan Shacket. And I've shown you it in a solid colourway as well, because I think it would be really nice to have it in a solid colourway. I think it would make more of the details in this pattern, so it would really show off the patch pockets and the yoke detail at the back of the shirt. And I just think it would look really nice, and it would be super cosy for wearing out in the colder months. So this lovely boucle coating fabric does come in other colourways, but I really like this pink colour. I think it's really nice, and I think it would just go so nicely over warm jumpers and things in the winter time. This one is 100% polyester, so it's really nice and stable to work with. It would be great to cut out and great to sew. It's not too thick. This is what the back of the fabric looks like, so you can see it's nice and flat and a little bit easier to work with than the boucle side of the fabric. So that's that one, and I don't want to put this down. It's super soft and cozy, and yeah, it's got that lovely kind of teddy coat feel to it, which I love. So those are my top 10 picks from the Style Art pattern range. As I say, there are so many patterns in that range and I could have gone on, but for now, those are my top 10 picks. If you do have any questions about any of the patterns or the fabrics that I've shared today, please do leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I would love to know if you've made up any of the patterns that I've shared today. If you have, we'd love to see your makes. So do feel free to tag yourself below and tag your make, and we'd love to pop over and see what you've made. Don't forget again that you can save any of the patterns or fabrics I've talked about today to your own Minerva profile, or if you find it easier, you can actually save this whole video to your profile so that you have all of the patterns and fabrics there. Do follow Minerva for more inspirational videos, and if you'd like to follow me personally, I'll leave my profile link down below. I'm Secret Life of a Seamstress. Thanks so much for watching everyone, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Bye!